Okay, how we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Supreme Ambient Light Rejection Screen Paint using ambient light rejection technology gain. Usually I wake up in the morning saying this to begin with, but I figure might as well show you the first thing I see when I wake up. So when I tell you I leave my projector running all night, I literally leave my projector running all night. And the one thing I like to sleep to is fish. Relaxes me, put me to sleep. I think the overhead projectors shut off. They only run for a couple hours and then they shut off. So this is what I see every morning when I get up. My projector runs all night from whatever time I started playing or gaming, whatever I was doing. It stays on and it'll be on until probably around 12 o'clock this evening. Then I shut it off and then basically reboot it again, probably around 4 o'clock. So trust me, if anybody knows how long it takes to blow out a lamp, I would know how to do it. But Chris, he's actually do pretty good, pretty good. But like, yeah, this is what I see in the morning when I get up every morning. Bottle of water around here somewhere. So usually most people are showing you demonstrations about this, that, and the other. I'm showing you what I see every single day. That would be in this area right here would be the Chrissy. That's the Chrissy, the 1080p Chrissy's right now playing. And this is on my black technology. Actually, the whole house has black technology. I don't have any other screen paint. I just favor like the black technology. I mean, I can throw half of this projector onto the wall so you can see that it's not the projector doing all the work because... No, I forgot. We're going to be doing that demonstration today. So, yeah, we're going to be doing that demonstration today. I'm going to take my 1080p Chrissy, and we got the splatter screen. Half of that screen is a white screen. The other half is coated with our technology because every once in a while I get people thinking that the projector is doing all the work. And I'm going to show you what it looks like on a screen that's splattered with half our technology. The other half is going to be white. We're going to use the two biggest powerful projectors we have here, which will be the Sony 3600. That is a 5200 lumen projector, 1920 by 1200. And the Chrissy behind me, which I have right now in my lounge area. Oh, what's up, people, man? I was up late last night, man, playing Dungeon Defenders last night. But I had a ball last night. Usually I get a chance to game that much, but yesterday I got some gaming time in. But anyway, and we'll use that one because people still get that when they see these screens fire off, they think maybe it's the projector doing all the work. I'm like, no. You don't know what these things look like without the technology. Let me see. Don't know what you're saying here. I see what project. Okay, black tech 47. 47 is 147. Let me see. This is the PS4 running. Actually, it's the PS4 my Chrome stick. No. This might be my Chrome running. I did the demonstration, man. I did the demonstration about a couple days ago on the 235.1. I got sent behind me in my theater room. I think that is the big screen back there. That's the 235.1 right there, back there. That was running the PS4 a couple days ago. And then I got it upstairs. I got 135 upstairs over top me. That's the gaming room. They got a 135 inch running a Chrissy on that one too. Black tag is like 147. 147? Nah, 147. Okay, price tag. I'm a price, 147. Price is not 147, 160. 147 would be, what is 147? Oh, that'd be a black silver. A black silver would be 147 for 2 quarts. This is black technology. The gray is mid-level class. A mid-level class is basically that's what it is, pretty much a mid-level class, but the technology is pretty good. But the black is considered to be our highest technology that we make. That one right there is 187. It's the best way to go. I haven't had a TV in 10, 11 years, maybe. I think I haven't had a TV that long. Yeah. Right now, I got the Fire Stick running through this one, and I got the PS4 running somewhere. Well, It was way crazier than that when we first started off. It was way crazier than that. We had a different clientele back then too. We had a big clientele. But now I decided to bring the price down so everybody could afford it. This is what I wake. My screen right here is 126 inches. So this is what I wake up to every freaking day. Whatever I put on here. Sometimes I put on like these are just videos that play continuously. So think about that. Sometimes I put on different forms of scenery, snow scenery. I put scenery in basically which shows countrysides and stuff like that. But I particularly like the fish. This is a beautiful thing to wake up to. Okie doke. Well, let's see. It's about 7 o'clock. I gotta be up. I got a paint on outside demonstration to do, and I got the splatter screen to do today. Ooh. Ooh. So what I try to do is in my videos, I try to give you an idea of exactly my everyday to day based with my technology. I don't own, like I said, I don't own any TVs. My technology is the only form of entertainment that I have. So it has to work. You know what I mean? It has to work because I don't have like a projection screen and a TV. This is my other one right here. This is the 235.1. And then I got another screen right here in my kitchen, which I use to watch my TV shows on when I'm in here cooking or whatever else I'm doing in the kitchen. Yeah, I got the whole place lit in neon. I got this thing for neon now. I wonder if my staircase is still on. I don't think I even saw that when I was coming in. Let me see. So I power up all my projectors. This is running the Fire Stick. There we go. There's the Fire Stick activating. Man, probably gonna have tea today. Well, that's the whole purpose. The whole purpose is giving you the idea to build your screen out of just about anything you can possibly think of. This screen right here is made out of cardboard and contact paper. I use contact paper because I wanted something to be able to match my countertop. So see how I got that whole granite look with the screen on the edges? See how it matches the countertop perfectly? It doesn't take away anything from the kitchen. And in order for me to do this, I had to use multiple United States postal shipping boxes. They had to be taped together using frog tape like this. And then I had to use the top paper to cover the entire thing, take the frog tape around the corners, paint it all in. When it's dry, pull it off. And I got me a nice little screen, has no weight to it, hang up there with some little Velcro, and it matches my countertop perfectly in the kitchen. And here we are, right there and there. So this is what I see when I get up in the morning. Every day, I fire all my projectors up. Let me put you guys over here for a minute. I'm starting the day today. God is always good. In fact, I can get up in the morning and show you this video. It shows you how good God is. I might wake up the next day, who knows? But like I said, He allowed me to wake up today, so it's another fantastic day. Yeah. All right, so get up, get my pillows. I told y'all, some people say, well, why do you sleep on the sofa? I like sleeping on the sofa. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I have a master bedroom right over top of me that I never used in this house. And I decided to turn the master bedroom into a gaming room. But I kind of like sleeping on the sofa. I've been sleeping on this since March the 11th, since, you know, the whole COVID thing started going all crazy. And I kind of got used to being down here. So it's kind of like, don't really want to go anyplace else. No, I like a bed, but I just like sleeping down here. This is where I'm comfortable, you know. I got a huge bedroom upstairs. Somebody's saying, well, you can't afford a bed. Do you have any idea how much stuff I have in my house, man? How much technology I have roaming through this place? If I want a bedroom set, it's like what, $1,500? Shoot, oh heck, that cost me $1,000 right there to put that in, which I'm glad was pretty cheap. But yeah, I can put a bedroom upstairs. I just don't want to sleep upstairs. I like sleeping right down on the sofa. Of course, I had to go through some interesting research before, because the sofa, when I bought it huge. I bought one with the great big giant huge cushions, you know, the one a grown man can sit on but still have his feet dangling over the side like he's a 3-year old. Yeah, I bought a big sofa, so it's not like I'm sleeping on the very edge of it. And then I went online and got some of those therapeutic, those like those memory foam padding. Oh man, I bought this one that's over there. It feels like you're sleeping in freaking cookie dough. It's beautiful. I paid $31 for it, pretty a good price and all. And I just prop everything up there. I got my air machine over there. It's my air filter right there. It cleans the air while I sleep and all that other good stuff. And I just sit there and watch my screen and pass off and go to sleep. But yeah, I mean, come on. I'm going to keep it real with you 100%. I'm not going to come on here and show you some lavish bedroom and all this stuff. I keep it real with my customers 100%. What I got to hide? Ugh. I show you exactly how I wake up every morning, and this is what I see when I get up. I see my fish playing every morning. I need a cup of tea. Tea, people. Tea. Yep. Oh, and I'm sorry. I do apologize. I have been quite rude. Good morning to you all. I'm so sorry. I did not even start the day off by saying good morning. Good morning to you all. Hope you're having a wonderful day or night, depending on where you're at in the world. I'll go put on my work shirt. And I got a couple of projects that have to be done today. And I have to start ordering those containers. I think the containers should be in. No, I ordered the container. The container should be in a day. So I can start basically processing orders. But no, I don't. And the same thing would be in the other house. A lot of you not. In the other house, I got, what, 5 bedrooms, 5 baths. I'm sleeping downstairs. I'm not sleeping in any of those rooms. Nope. I just like sleeping downstairs. I don't know why. I got a friend of mine who has a house. I think it's like 2,500 square feet. It's huge. 18 acres out in Alabama. Big old house, right? And his bedroom is downstairs in the living room. He just said that's where he likes to be at. And his wife kind of agrees with it, you know? What I got in there? I always sleep, like, in my bed. I always have things tucked away in my bed. People have stuff tucked away in their beds and stuff. I always have things tucked away in my bed. So, you know, just give you insight, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, I'll show you. I know, just up in the morning, just showing you random stuff that goes on in my life. Inhaler, which I never know when something's going to kick in the middle of the night. So, I always have 2 of these in the house somewhere. Usually one's not too far from me, but I actually sleep with one. And of course, with the remote controls, and one has this really crazy light on the top of it. What the frick is that all about? Wait, which Chromecast is this one? Did I sleep on my Chromecast last night and program it? I've done it. I slept on a remote control one time and reprogrammed the remote control by rolling over top of it. All right. That's weird. Yeah, I stepped on the remote control and a little light went off. I was like, what the heck was that all about? Press to hold to speak. I already have it already. I'm good. All right. Snacks, whatever. You're not going to see, when I do demonstrations, you're not going to see pre-rehearsed setups. You're not going to see that. You know what I mean? You go to these companies, and they have pre-rehearsed setups. They have like the whole entire scenery and all that stuff set up, the lighting and all that stuff to make the living room look more realistic. And then they bring in the screen and the projector and everything's rehearsed. All the lines are rehearsed, what to say, how to say it, to sell the product. You're not going to see that over here. You're going to see everything live and as it is. If I trip on camera, fall on my face, if the camera falls over, hits the ground, whatever, I don't edit nothing else. It is what it is. Massager, back massager. Shit, definitely need to today. The office. Okay, this is unplugged. I need this in the office. There's the office work to do today. This is my massager. Take that upstairs to the office because I have some back problems, and I don't know. Oh yeah, other room control the lid lights. So, whew, man, I tell you, I gotta raise my projector up a little bit because I constantly gotta have it of walking in front of 4,000 lumens. But after you walk in front of 4,000 lumens quite a few times, you kind of get used to it. And you'll see the same demonstration in the same other house. Other house I'm looking at getting is 7,000 square feet. It's huge, and I'll still be sleeping downstairs on the sofa. Except for my setting would be a little bit different. I'll probably, instead of this, I want to get a 300-inch screen. I want to get 2 of those Dell projectors, those 4K Dell projectors. But in order to get those to work, I got to use some software, warping software. And I got a friend who specializes in that field. So he's going to be setting up the program for me for that, to blend 2 projectors together like that. All right, so you can watch the screens. Now, some of you may be thinking like, I don't want to come in here and watch this dude basically go in and make up his bed and all this stuff like that. But this is to show you, look at my screen. So my screen is running right now as the sun is coming up. And you see it's not going to wash out, not going to fade. Yeah. You like it? Gotta shake it. Me too. I gotta shave. Man, I would love to have an aquarium this big. I would stare at it all day. All right. Let's see, how much juice do I have in the phone for the streaming today? Hmm. 4K Fish, YouTube. Wait, I got the right one? Yeah, I got the right one. There we go. I think I'm going to do... No, hold on. 4K Nature Scenery. All right, that'll work. Some nature scenery here. Get some over here. Woo! Up in the morning. Yeah. All right, let me see. Let's see what else we got to be doing here today. Okay, I'm waiting today. Sounds good. All right, so like I said, throughout the entire house, nothing but screens. Now I'm done here. It's all cleaned up in here and done. I gotta scrub my floor. I might, if the weather's good, I might be able to do a paint on demonstration outside. I'm trying to get outside for these other paint on demonstrations, but Just haven't had time to do so. Now, mind you, if you look at it, that when you check out my screen, sun's coming up in my environment. And that projector doesn't shut off until 12 o'clock this afternoon. That's when they shut off. Because I give the projector a chance to rest. I run these all night. So I don't have to go in and worry about darkening my curtains or none of that nonsense, or worrying about if any light comes through. It's going to wash out or fade out my screen. This technology is designed to be able to eat light. So I can treat my environment like it's supposed to be treated, like my living room. This is not a home theater setup over here. This is my living room, right in my lounge area. This is what I try to explain to people. When you watch people putting little add-ins to their environment, like little bits of light here and there, you know, that's just to show off that their product can maybe have the ability to be able to produce an ambient light environment. But that lighting was there not to begin with. Any video demonstration, you've never seen that lighting there. This is the same lighting I have every single day in my environment. You gotta have a lot of confidence to throw a 126-inch screen in a bit of windows. Because when any of these windows fire up, as you can see, the light's coming through. And I'm glad we got a sunny day today. I don't have to sit there and darken my windows and none of that nonsense. Worry about my screen's gonna wash it on me. Here's one of this. Okay. So when you go spend $4,000 and $5,000 for a projection screen, how often do you get a chance to see that screen in this natural environment? All you're seeing is the studio setup. That's what you're seeing. Anytime they do an elite screen or a black diamond, anyone in this company, that's a whole studio setup. You don't see our CEO getting up out of his bed and saying, hey, look, this is what my screen looks like early in the morning in my environment. Now that whole entire environment is preset. Even if it's in his home, it's preset, pre-rehearsed. It's not pre-rehearsed, this is live. Just watch me get up out of my bed. This is what I see every morning when I get up. I can turn on all my lights in my environment, as I said, and the screen is going to react. So there's nothing pre-rehearsed in any of my video demonstrations. Nothing set up. You watch me run around the house trying to find stuff that I couldn't find because video wasn't pre-set up. I don't have to go through any of that. Just like when you go to your house and you turn on your TV to watch your news and your sports and whatever you do when you get up in the morning, that's the same thing I get when I go on my projection screens. Having a heat wave, tropical heat wave. You guys. Don't ask me questions about the sloths, they're a gift. There you go. So, I just put them in the movie chairs. And what's the deal behind the sloths? Do you really want to know? Do you really want to know? Oh, that's sweep up in here. All right, well, let's go upstairs and get ready in the office. There. Okay. Okay. And I gotta bring the PS4 upstairs, back upstairs. I gotta reconnect the PS4 upstairs. I got that done too. Okie dokie. I'll leave these lights on for fun. I usually don't use lights too much in here, but like I said, it's me early in the morning. No rehearsed scenery, none of that nonsense. This is how my stuff reacts. Ugh. I have to really stop eating candy in my sleep. I had a wrapper in my mouth. I had the whole wrapper, piece of the wrapper. There you go. All right, let's take a trot upstairs. Once I set up in my office. And I wonder what lights. Oh yeah, I got lights in. This is not the office, this is the gaming room. I gotta come in here and check sometimes, so my lights trigger off by themselves. And they're on all last night. Let me see what's going on here. Oh, this is supposed to be off. And where's the bottoms? Bottoms are supposed to be off. It's not supposed to be on. What's going on with the Omen lights? It's supposed to be off. Alright. So, yeah, I told you, this is the master bedroom right here. I want to put a bedroom set up. I can put a bedroom set up, no problem. I don't need, I need a gaming room. Got a screen down. I got 2 screens downstairs. I really need another gaming room. So I just put this up here because I thought it'd be nice to have my own gaming room up here. And I like sleeping on the sofa. So, you know, each his own. That's how I see it in life. Each his own. What I like is what I like. I could be living in a 10-bedroom house. Doesn't make a difference. Still gonna be sleeping downstairs. I love this right here. The circuit board. I'm gonna change out the wall probably today. The only part I haven't done with the circuit board going into the back of the chair is I haven't done the I have to do the top lights over top. The chair has its own set of lights. I can do that switch. There we go. So you can see that. Looks like it's being powered up by a circuit board. That's kind of a theme I was wanting to go with. I was going to cover the whole entire chair with LED lights, but it just would have been going too, it'd have been too far, too much. So I thought I would light up the bottom and run chasers from it to make it look like it's being powered from a circuit board. Here to here, and back up, back into the screen, and trace around the screen. All right, that's some fun. These are actually LED lights right here. Showed these off a few times. I just got to the point where I just turned off my overhead lights. There's no point in having them on, period. All right, in the office. There's my motorized projection screen. Got people ask me, can I paint a motorized projection screen using your screen paint? Yes, you can. And why is my security monitor off? I gotta get an extension cord because I gotta hook up the whatchamacallit real quick. I was gonna put a t-shirt. All right, hold on for a minute. Let me see where I got my feet at for my screen. This, I tell you that everything in my house runs off my technology. That right there is my I should keep saying 100, it's like 100. It's a 79-inch portrait mode projection screen. That's what I work off. I don't do landscape, I do portrait mode because portrait mode is perfect when I'm doing files and documents. Let me see what's going on here with this. All right. Oh, me too, on PC. There we go. So let's see what's going on around my house. My security cameras to activate. There we go. Allows me to see what I need to see. All right. So this is my office. Well, people have their own monitors and stuff like that. I wanted a portrait mode. So I told people before you commit to portrait mode, because everything is changed around on the menus. When you go search the internet, web pages are all changed around. You got to kind of get used to it. If you've been doing it for a while, then you're good to go. You can just go ahead with it. But what I did was I used that little monitor right there on the floor and I tilted it up and kind of a portrait mode position. And I spent a week in portrait mode seeing if I would like it before I committed to building this monster. This is actually made out of a bed sheet. This is a bed sheet and plywood projection screen. well, actually strips of wood and bed sheet I use for the blackout cloth. And there's the projector. If you haven't seen them already, there is the projector that's actually running the display on here. So pretty much, if I wanted to get a projector that did portrait mode, it would cost me around $800. And I really don't feel like spending the money. I think it's one of the Sonys. So those right there are Sony projectors, the VPL FH30s. One of them has the ability to do portrait mode. I think it's the FH31. The FH36, the black one you're seeing at the bottom, they have the ability to do edge blending, which means if you put two of them together, there's no software involved, no warp software, none of that nonsense. You put them together, you hit that button, and they instantly sync together just like that fast, that easy. The FH30s don't have the blending software, but they do have twin mode, which allows you to run two video feeds at the same time and do side-by-side picture-in-picture. Each projector has its own specifications. The FH31 has the ability to do portrait mode, which means you can turn the projector on its side, which means you do not have to have a PC to put it in portrait mode. The projector will automatically put the image in portrait mode automatically from the door, but they are a bit expensive, and I've already spent enough money on Sony as it is. So I decided to take the computer, put it in portrait mode, which I'll turn all this on right now, and use my Chrissy projector to tilt it on its side, and then a little keystoning, corner keystoning, and you can pop the image right on in. This is where I come in and work it over here. I don't even know why these lines work like this. Take this crap off. Ugh. Don't need this here. There we go. And there you go. My desk is always messy. Just got junk all over my desk. And that's what I work on in the morning. So keep in mind, I can't be in the dark because I'm working on paperwork all day. Well, not all day. When I'm working on paperwork, I have to be to see what the freak I'm writing and signing. So this area has to be well lit. And there's my portrait mode setup right there. Turn me to the side because I'm punching a password. All right. There you go. So you can see for yourself. Boom. A husky. Yeah, so when I get up in the morning, this is how it is. I have projection screens that run through the entire house. And all of them have their different environment, on depending on how much lighting they have in the environment. If you notice, all my curtains are veneer curtains. I like to have as much light pushed through the environment as possible. I don't like it dark in here at all. So, no rehearse, none of that nonsense. And as you can see, I can read my text crystal clear. This is all black technology. All right, so let me go grab my PS4 because that's supposed to be upstairs. That's the attic. Woo! I never go up there. Oh, I do go up there. I go up there for my storage unit, put stuff up there, but that's it. I don't spend any time in the attic. I was gonna put a gaming room up there, but just too spooky for me. I'll be back. I gotta go get my equipment and bring it up here. All right. I had to go down and get the equipment from downstairs. But yesterday I decided to do some gaming with some friends, and I didn't want to come upstairs in the gaming room. And I decided to do my gaming downstairs. Here's the cord for this. Okay. Camera. Up. Come on, get in there nice. Oh. So, yeah, it does that. Which I gotta figure out why it keeps doing that. There we go. So, I don't think I'm gonna be doing any videos or anything on Tuesday. Tuesday, I got a tree cutting company coming down to remove a big tree in the backyard. So, it's gonna be a lot of freaking noise. So, I doubt I'm gonna be doing any videos on that day at all, period. It'd be crazy to do so. I think the fellow was asking about how does the PS4 look on the black? There you go. That's what it looks like on the black screen. Go through, as I told you, every screen in the house will activate in the morning. I'll put something on here. I'm put on here. Let's see. That's Holly. You're not a female dude, that's a Holly Davidson. There we go. And I'll show you this. My projector sets the distance of the room. And this is 135 right here. Like I said, this is what you call real ambient light projection technology. All that stuff you see online, that stuff is fake, man. I'm sorry, but it is. Ambient light projection technology should be able to produce an image in a room with no rehearsed lighting. None of this lighting that's in here is rehearsed. This is my everyday environment. I can walk in any room I told you and turn on a projector and it'll activate with all that light. This is what you call ambient light projection technology. Why would I need a TV? Got a 135 inch right here that I can run with my lights on, play my gaming system, the whole 9 yards, watch TV, watch sports. Don't have to worry about blackening out my curtains and none of that nonsense because I'm afraid if any light comes in, it's going to wash out the environment. screen dancing in the windows with me. It's like, what is wrong with that man? Do, 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 do. I'll leave my TV. Turn my lights on here. Bathroom. Turn my lights on here. Look, you can see the screen here and here in the kitchen. This is what I'm talking about. Screens have that narrow viewing cone where you turn to the side and turn dark. You should be able to see, I should be able to see this screen and that screen at the exact same time. So remember where I turn it in this environment, I should be able to see that screen without it going dark. There's the screen right here on the ultra short throw, which, mind you, because it's ultra short throw, and I told you because it's sitting too close to the screen, I'll show you something real quick. Ultra short throw sits in eco mode 2. All my projectors sit in eco mode. There's no point. The screens produce a lot of light. I should be to stand here and see this screen on an angle gain and see that screen directly crystal clear from edge to edge to edge. That's how ambient light rejection is supposed to work. The environment's not supposed to be pre-rehearsed. Like I said, take the time, watch some of those demonstrations with elite screens from the big companies. Look at the environment. That's a rehearsed environment. That's a stage performance environment. That's what it is. They got a script. They got certain things they have to say how they have to say it. They have to promote the projector. That's pretty much with the screen. I guarantee the projectors are probably all 4K projectors, probably using very high-end lumens, such like I'm using high-end lumens right now. But none of my projectors are 4K. This is a 720p in here. That's a 1080p in here. That's a 720p right there. But this is not a rehearsed environment. This is me getting up in the morning, and this is what I see every morning when I get up. I turn on all my projectors when I get up, and I walk through my house. So I should be able to see this screen crystal clear without it going dark, and I should be able to hit that screen at the same time. I should be able to see that screen sitting right next to a window. Perfect. Should not be to see. Nothing should wash out, nothing should fade out. This is how I view my technology every morning. Like I said, I've seen demonstrations where people will pepper out little lights here and there. Like, look, it's ambient light rejection. No, it should look like, those lights shouldn't be there. It should be the natural environment, what it should look like. I think later on the day, oops, sorry about that. Now keep in mind, when it comes to our black technology being outside, like I said, we have specifications for that. Inside the house is not going to be a problem. Outside, that technology does have a specification sheet on it, which means that screen fires up around 6 o'clock. So I'll do one at 6, which is still, like I said, white screens can't produce images outside around 6 o'clock. I've done that demonstration already on the splatter screen outside. They don't pull up at 6. The white screen will probably start pulling up around 9 or 10. That's when the screen will start pulling up. So I can walk around through 6 o'clock, which is just as easy. If I'm doing this at around, it'll be like 8 o'clock in the morning right now, 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm walking around the house, all my lights are fired up, all my projectors are fired up. 6 o'clock in the evening is a cakewalk. So I'm just going to walk through the house. I might have a football game playing on out there on 135 inch. I'm just going to walk around through the house. That's why when I had that white screen set up here and I wasn't painting my screen, I was like, oh, I can't take a look at it. Because I knew it should look much better than that. Yeah. Going back on the curtains. Like that veneer curtain's going to block any light coming through to begin with, but you know, just to show you. Oh yeah, you can have your 60 and 80-inch TVs. This is a 126 that I get to look at every day. And if I choose I don't want to use this screen, then I can go over here and do a full widescreen. If I want to watch a movie that says widescreen only, I just switch it right over here and watch it over here. So sometimes I'll be here watching Chromecast, or not my Chromecast, my Fire Stick over here. And the movie might come up and they say it's widescreen formatted. Oh yeah, I'll switch it right over to here and watch it in true widescreen format. You can do it in a fully lit environment with no problem. This is what you're supposed to be getting. And keep in mind, like I say, you can paint on anything you want. If you saw the paint on demonstration yesterday, man, I painted some crazy stuff yesterday. It's the bottom end of a table, plexiglass, and a sheet of glass that was stained with a bunch of dirty white paint all over it. See how the sunlight pushes through right to the side of my screen right here? That's why this is the actual sunlight that pushes through this house. That's why I got up in the morning, because I wanted you to see exactly that my projectors don't shut off, which means I don't shut these things off until around 12 o'clock. These things are run pretty much all day. I don't have to, because I don't have to worry about the screen washing out. Some people can't turn on their projectors due to the fact that a certain time of the day. I can wake up in the morning and watch my screen all the way until 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock, the reason why they're shut down is because I've had them on too long. I've been running the system for too long. I shut it down, give it a chance to be able to rest, and then I fire it back up again. Or I'll just switch over to the other screen in there. Now, for the fellows asking me a question about the image, that's half of it hitting the wall, and that's the other half hitting my technology. The projector has nothing to do with this screen, with the way it looks. The reason why the projector looks this way is because of the technology. It gives it the ability to look that way. And the lens shift, I pushed it over slightly. You can push it all the way over, but just to show you exactly, see how faded that image looks? Yeah, if you got that projector behind me right now, that Chrissy projector I have right now, and you hit that on a white or gray screen, you're not going to get that image. I had some people actually thinking that because I had a Chrissy projector, that the projector was doing all the work. I was like, no. You buy that projector, and I guarantee you, bar none, you hit something that's not our technology, you're not going to get the same look. It's not going to look the same way. Projector doesn't do the work. It's the screen that does all the work. I think the demonstration you did last night, I decided to do a demonstration with no talking at all. Just wanted you to see, because people have been asking me over and over again about seeing that technology with the lights out. And I figured, oh, well, I'll do one with the lights out, let you see how the screen looks. Told you, if you think they look impressive, those of you like to have your lights out all the time in your dedicated theater room, do you think this technology looks impressive with the lights on? You have no idea of what this technology looks like with the lights out. It is absolutely insane. I showed a piece of that yesterday. I'll basically put a link below. I did a pre-recording of that because a pre-recording, I don't have any of the problems where from streaming something, it doesn't disrupt the picture quality. You're seeing the image as it is. So I'll put that at the post that at the bottom so you can see it. But no, I don't believe in putting any black shades or black curtains and all that stuff. No, why? All this beautiful light to push in here. I even have light that comes through here. I don't know how much of a theater room this is going to be because, to tell you the truth, I don't block any of this off. Most people would block all this off. They'll have curtains here, and they'll have curtains here to block any light that's coming in here, or any light that's coming in here that's going to disrupt the picture. I don't have to go through that. There it is, lights pushing through. See the whole entire area start getting well lit. Put the greens in this. And then we'll come right through here. Small lights. These change every time I trigger something in the house. There is the screen in the kitchen, which is making that clicking noise. I gotta open up that projector and fix it. I think it might have been something, last time I opened up the projector, I literally had a wire just brushing against the fan, and that's what fixed the problem from there. So this is what you should be able to see. Angle gain and the screen at the same time. Nothing should fade. That's why when I see people doing demonstrations about ambient light rejection, it'll be faded all around here in the corners. And then you'll see just a little bit of the image right there in the center. And they'll say, oh, because you can still see it, this is still acceptable for ambient light rejection. No, it's not. It's not acceptable for anything at all, period. Because you're still missing majority of your image from your screen. Just because all this is washed out and faded and you can see a little bit of screen pushing off here, and that's not acceptable. You should be able to see that image from corner to corner all the way around. That's how you should see it. Corner to corner, all the way. That's how you should see it. All right. See how much light is pushing through. I don't have to pull all the way back. My neighbors think I'm weird enough. They see me walking around with the camera all day long. And then the bottom line is I got my windows open. Imagine if you were living next to me and you see me walking by with a camera talking and my windows or my curtains are pulled back. And the camera's pointed almost in your direction, which it's not. But like I said, all right, we'll go back upstairs. Like I said, the light is changing in the environment. So as the sun starts to come up, each room, the environment is going to change, which means more and more light is going to push in. I don't think my office screen is still running. Maybe, hold on. There's the work screen right there, right next to the window. Choose to work with my window fully open and exposed. I can. The projector sits there. I should be able to see my screen crystal clear. next to the window. That should be the angle gain, because that screen should be able to pull up. It shouldn't wash, and it shouldn't fade out. This is why people think we're crazy when we do our demonstrations outside. We test our ambient light rejection tests are done outside, because it's a much more harsher environment for the screen to be able to deal with. There's no walls protecting it, there's no roof protecting it, there's no shade on the windows protecting it, none of that. I don't care if you have 4,000 lumens. You take 4,000 lumens outside and you hit a white or gray screen with it, it disappears. This projector is, some people say, well, you know, he's using a 4,000 lumen, a 5,000 lumen projector. 4,000 and 5,000 lumens does not last outside. It doesn't. You don't have 5,000 lumens by the time it travels and makes contact with the screen. Heck, you don't even have 5,000 lumens by the time it reaches 4 feet from a screen. 4 feet from a screen with outside ambient light at 5,000 lumens, you don't have 5,000 lumens by the time you're making it to that screen. You don't have, like I said, you don't have 5,000. By the time that projector makes it past 4 feet, you are no longer at 5,000 lumens. You are way below that. So that's why we do those demonstrations outside. That's why they have to pass the 1,000 lumen test. So for 5,000 lumen, I'm gonna show you the demonstration today. If I can take a white screen that's splattered, like the splatter screens we use in our demonstration, if I can take a 5,000 lumen projector outside or a 4,000 lumen projector outside, and it doesn't pull up on the white screen, but it pulls up on our black technology, that shows you right there that that screen to begin with at 5,000 lumens never even made it to the screen at 5,000 lumens. They made it to the screen way less than that. And whatever percentage of lumens made it to the screen, that means that the black screen was able to pick it up and magnify and push the image back at you so you could see it. If not, it'd have blended it, it'd have faded out just like the other screen. A lot of people don't think about that. When I do those outside demonstrations, when I use that splatter screen effect, when you watch a 4,000 lumen travel 18 or 15 or 13 feet across and hit the side of that screen, all you see is Tron come up on the black image. You see the colors come up on the black image. You know, on the white screen, it's completely faded out, which means that 4,000 lumens, by the time 4,000 lumens hit that screen, it was no longer 4,000 lumens. So that means that black screen is being hit with way less than 4,000 lumens that came out of that projector. And if that image is able to produce that image at 4,000, imagine when we do it at 1,000 lumens and the image pulls up even under 1,000. So that means inside of here, this is nothing. This is a cakewalk for the technology. This is a Super Bowl celebration all day long, because it's like, oh really? Seriously, I'm working in here, there's walls in here, we got a ceiling in here, there's no ambient light, and I'm dealing with that right there. This is the kind of light that most people and their demonstrations have to fight with. So, you know, the whole purpose is you get a product that's affordable. I've tested against high-end, high-expensive projection screens. I've done it against Elite, I've done it against the Darkstar 9 and the daylight screens and all different forms of high-performance screens showing you, look, this is a screen that can actually beat a $5,000 projection screen. Right there, you're saving money. I'm not using $3,000 and $4,000 projectors. I'm buying projectors off eBay that I buy used. I only bought one brand new, and that's a ViewSonic downstairs. We're showing you an ultra short throw, so you know it's ultra short throw compatible, because a lot of people don't realize that if I go out and buy one of these screens, it may not be ultra short throw compatible, which means you would have to buy a special screen to be ultra short throw compatible. And if you can't afford the high-end screens, then you have to go with the bottom dollar screens, which means those light gray screens and those white screens, which the colors and contrast and ambient light is just going to suck on those screens altogether. You're definitely not taking that outside, I'll tell you that much. This is my day, people. Every day I get to do this. There's the sun pushing through. It's getting brighter and brighter in here. It's also getting hotter and hotter because I have these projectors around a lot of heat. It's a beautiful scenery to see on a projection screen, not if you walk across it in the woods. Let's do on here. Let me take a look out here. This is what I see out there every morning. That's the golf course. I'm surprised the golf ball hasn't come through here with me yet. Let's go to real quick. All right, just pulling something up for you. There you go. If you want to watch movies on the screen, I can watch movies on the screen, no problem. Reacts the same way. Well, a lot of people don't realize that, okay, if I'm using a black projection screen for work, all right, if the screens were coming up too dark, I wouldn't be able to read any of the text or anything that would come up on the screen. There'd be virtually no way in the world I could use this as a work screen. So if the screens were so dark that you can't see them, how can I use this as a work screen? So if I go over here to, I think I'm doing a video over here, just taking off the, oh, come on, where am I in this video? There you go. So see how bright that screen is? So if the screen was so dark and it can produce a high enough white level, it would be virtually impossible for me to be in here doing work on this screen in a fully lit environment. A lot of people don't realize that I can read text off my technology. If it was so dark, I wouldn't be able to see any of this. And if the screen was so dark, you couldn't see it. It'd be virtually impossible for me to read text. Now see, I have it switched over in this where I have it coming up black and I had the letters coming up white. So like I said, if the screen was so dark, you wouldn't even be able to see the white writing. You know, on YouTube, you can go in and put it in midnight mode. So I had it in midnight mode. So if it was so dark, you wouldn't be able to see the white letters at all, period. That's why I tell people, when you come in and you say things like, oh, you can't see the screen because it's so dark, it's that and the other, be careful what you say. Because like I said, I'll let people run their mouths, say what they got to say. Then I'll come in and show you something like that. So keep in mind, if you got a church and you can't see your screen, you can actually put up Bible scriptures, because you can, when a black technology, you can pull up those images perfectly. All right, so I'm gonna come out of here. For me to get me a cup of tea today. Turn it off. There we go. Turn down my heat because it is hot in here. Oh yeah, I don't use lid lights on either. Let me take these lid lights off. Let me see what we got right here. That's the bottom. That's the 100 inch. That's the 135. It's 135. Yep, and always check. Plus, I got to change these out because these lights always trigger the ones up top because they have a different and completely different remote control, which I need to get rid of. And yeah, it's hot. I can feel the heat, man. Turned up my heat last night because it was a little chilly last night, but it must be warm outside because I am burning up right now. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna have to put that that sensor a little farther out. These lights stay on all day. They're LED lights. They don't run any power. They run actually less power than my whatchamacallit. Let me shut my windows here because I got very nosy neighbors. I do. They always want to know what I'm up to, this, that, and the other. Always gotta know, gotta know, gotta know, gotta know. lesson about painting motorized projection screens. Can I paint my motorized projection screen? If I get myself a white screen, can I paint my screen with it? Yes, you can. I think for this video, I'm gonna put in 3 demonstrations. Me painting the screen, me actually displaying the screen inside the house, and I did another demonstration with the screen outside my house. Let me see if I got anything here to run this one through. We have, let me see what we got here. We can run through. Let me see if I can get a cord or a serger or something. Everything on that side running through. So I'll show you my movie screen. This is the screen that I use. Let's see, this is hooked up to what? Yeah, Comcast. Alright, so we're going to run my Christie. This is my motorized projection screen. People have been asking me about painting motorized projection screens. Yes, you can paint motorized projection screens using our technology. This was a $68 white projection screen. Got it off eBay. Oh yeah, for $68. Repeated that twice. You can roll it up, you can roll it down, doesn't make a difference, doesn't crack, doesn't peel. That's when it hits the switch in the back. Very easy to paint. As you can see, no cracking, no peeling, nothing at all. Custom design your own motorized projection screens. Oh, which is not even on. We close it? Let me see. We'll close it. I didn't close it either. All right. We want to fire up the Christie, both Christies side by side. I got one from my office. This is why people wonder why I got air conditioners in my environment, because running 2 of these projectors at the same time, it gets hot in here. All right, so you got to adjust the Christie in this one. Let's see, bring it up. Let's bring it over. Let me see what we got to do with this one right here. I might want to expand. Picture a little bit. There we go. Yeah, probably can bring it up. All right. Bring it over. There. This is wide as we get an expansion. Okay. Let's see if we bring it back. Tony has a much wider expansion. Let's see, kind of zoom in. We can bring it back a little bit. There we go. Okay, sweet. I'll pick this. Image it a little bit. There we go. There's the Christie projector right there. Now, in order for me to run this, I'm gonna have to go get me a whatchamacallit. I gotta get me a some kind of speed. Give me my cell phone. It's always charged up. you guys pointed at me. There you go. And I can watch Tron in a fully lit environment. There you go. With my curtains all the way up. So right there, I'm gonna paint a motorized projection screen with it. I got several fixed frame screens right here. This sheet's made out of a bed sheet right there. That's my bed sheet projection screen, right there. And that's the image I get off my motorized projection screen. So if I decide that I don't want to watch movies on this screen over here, which is kind of hard to do because it's in portrait mode, I can actually pull my chair back, whip out my Chromecast, watch something on Netflix, and watch a movie off this screen right here. This is a motorized. There's my Chrissy setup. Boom, boom. Now usually I go around starting my day off this way, like I said, but just to show you that if I want to activate any projector in my environment, in a fully lit environment, in the morning time when the sun is getting up, I can do that easily. The technology is designed to be able to produce images in well lit environments. Now if I go to, let me see. So the image pulls a contrast level in a fully lit environment. Doesn't make a difference if you got a 4,000 lumen projector over there. Now watch this. I'll be back. There you go. $5,000 projection screen. So if you had that screen in this environment, that's the contrast level you're going to pull off. You know why? It's going to have it struggling right now because it's not used to being in this kind of ambient light environment. It's too much light in here for the screen. I told you that when it comes to these high performance screens, the environment is set up. It's an ambient light controlled environment. So the screen is used to being in a certain kind of environment to give it the ability to pull off a somewhat contrast level, or what they call ambient light rejection technology. But they're not used to being in this kind of environment. So that's why you're not seeing black on the screen. All right. That's my screen turning off the light switch again. Sorry about that. Bring it up a little bit. Bring it back up. So my screen turning off the light switch. Stop it. Bring it. There we go. Now you're picking up a 100% black level. You know why? Because this technology was designed to pull images outside. When you look at the screen, you see straight black, as you're supposed to see. So keep in mind, this screen right here on eBay cost me $68. 192-inch at $68, encoded with their technology at $160, with a screen underneath of you for 100-inch will cost you $5,000. See, there's a difference between someone telling you that they're saving you all this money, right? I'm showing you how we're actually outperforming screens that are around $4,000, $5,000 projection screens. And I'm saving you $100. This is a $1,000 screen. Screen's a couple of $1,000. And keep in mind, out of one quart, you're painting the screen size of 100-inch to 120-inch. There's no extra cost if you want to go 120 inches. One of these screens right here at 100 inches would easily cost you even more for 120 inch. You're not going to get the same price you paid for 100 inch, you're going to pay for 120 inch. That's not going to work. Now, if you wanted to do one of those screens on a motorized projection screen, how much more you think it would cost you? It would cost you more for the motorized screen than it would cost you for the fixed screen, because keep in mind, it has a motor in the screen that comes on automatically. That would cost you even more money. If it was tension, it would cost you even more. This technology allows you to be able to coat any white surface you want, even a bed sheet, and turn it into a projection screen right next to a window in a fully lit environment without the screen washing out or fading. Because when they test their technology, they test it against other white screens. As I said before, anything can beat a white screen. It's just like in training. If you train a fighter to fight the easiest belts, let's put it this way. All right, so better way of putting it this way. When I was trained, my grandfather, he's passed away. When my grandfather trained me, I'd be a brown belt fighting a black belt. You get what I'm seeing here? I get my butt kicked every single day. Yes, I would. But I would take away knowledge from that fighter. I would take away skill levels from that fighter. Even though I get my butt kicked every single day, every day, I'm coming in, can't figure out why he's letting this guy whip my behind, but I'm taking away information from him. I'm learning how to defend myself against a much higher fighter. So when they do put me in the ring against a brown belt, it's a cakewalk. I can walk right through them because I'm used to fighting something a lot more harder every day. I'm not fighting my same rank. I'm fighting somebody above my rank. This is why we take this technology outside and we do the ambient light rejection test outside. Because inside is nothing. Where all these screens are doing their demonstrations inside, they're doing them against white screens. We do our demonstrations against their technology. We don't do against white screens. We go against the high performance. The darkest screens we can get our hands on, those are the ones we go after. And we're not using expensive projectors right from the door. They're using 4K projectors, 4,000, 5,000. You see my demonstrations, we start off with 1,000 lumens, 900 lumens. This is why I have all these projectors. How come you have so many projectors? This is what we test our stuff under. Projectors that nobody will buy on eBay. You wouldn't think twice to buy any of these. Well, we'll buy them. We're buying because if I can make my technology look good on a 1999 ViewSonic projector,
Then if I take it downstairs and I put it on a projector that was from 2016, 2017, what do you think that screen's going to look like? That's why I have so many projectors. I've tested it on all sorts, all makes, all models of projectors, short throw, ultra short throw, high end, low end projectors, portable projectors, knockoff projectors. That's why. Well, they're used to doing the same demonstration on a high-end, high-performance projector that's pretty much out of the price range of most of us, and then they're using it against a demonstration against a white screen, which anything can beat on a white screen, and then they're using it in something called the ambient light controlled environment, which means the whole entire environment was set up to make that screen look good. The lights were put in certain areas to not take away from the screen, but add more ambient light to the environment to give the impression that this is an ambient light rejection screen. And if it doesn't work well in your environment, then guess what? You may have to upgrade to a more expensive projector with higher lumens because your projector may be outdated or may not have the ability to be able to match the screen's performance capabilities in order to put you on that level on what you saw in the demonstration. This is why we use projectors that are pretty much cheap. When the fellow sat there and said, oh, but it doesn't work on my ViewSonic projector. You see this right there? This right here is a projector I paid about $32 for. It's a ViewSonic projector. I got a demonstration of me using this projector and we started testing our technology. This old projector right here, this relic. Now I know if I can make this projector look amazing next to, and you see me do the demonstrations with the 505 Christie, which is a 5,000 lumen projector, 1920 by 1200, versus one of these projectors side by side on the screen to show you the ability that our technology can do or get to one of these older projectors versus a projector that's a newer model. So that's the reason why we use the older stuff. I told people, look, I will give you free screen paint for a year. Anything we develop, I will give you a year. If you can show me one demonstration of one big company using a projector like this on any of their demonstrations, you won't. Because projectors does all the work, not the screen. Now, I'm going to show you something even more interesting. You ever heard of narrow viewing cones? For those who don't know what narrow viewing cone is, narrow viewing cone is when you watch me walk around the house and I'm showing you different angles. Like, look, here's the angle. See it from here. I can see it from here because the screens don't suffer something called the narrow viewing cone. Some of these screens that have a more of a reflective surface suffer something called the narrow viewing cone, which means when you start to turn to the side, the screen automatically starts to turn dark. See that? It's a magic trick. It's called a narrow viewing cone. This is why you see me walking around saying, hey, look, I can see the image from here, and I can see it from here, and I can see it from here. I can walk anywhere in this house, I can see that image. It's called a narrow viewing cone. Now watch it, watch. Watch slowly. See? Now we'll come back. See how dark it gets? Now you think, but Ken, that's full in contrast. Not if you can't see it here. Where'd it go? All right, so here's what we'll do. We'll bring up something that we can all see. We'll bring up, let me see. There we go. There's the color red. Now, people can understand why I show straight colors. I show straight colors because usually if someone's doing something like this, which I'm showing you right now, right? You're just seeing all different colors together, right? But you have to see what the projector is seeing. So the projector is just shooting out red, blue, green, yellow. It's reading color, right? It's shooting out these solid colors. So what does the projector really see when it sees red? When red is actually displayed on your screen, how is your projector really seeing it? This is how your projector is seeing red. See how the black technology, see how it comes up nice and a deep red as it's supposed to? See the wall right here, this wall is kind of like a, it's kind of like a greenish whatever, but you know, I mean, we're going to be doing this demonstration later on today. You know, I'm going to do an all white screen outside demonstration. Just to show you. So we'll take a white piece of paper. It's no better, trust me. I've done this before. I had a white screen. I showed you I bought this big white screen before I painted it. I put a white piece of paper against it. You couldn't tell the difference between the white piece of paper and the white screen. You couldn't tell. I told people that. Don't get caught up in that, oh, it's a 2.0, it's a 0.0 white gain. No, it's a white screen. That's all it is, period. You can just do the same thing if you got white paint if you're going to go down that route. If you notice, the green wall is actually showing better red than actually the white screen. That's kind of messed up, isn't it? All right, so let's show that narrow viewing comb again. So as we see, we're going to turn to the side. All right. Slowly, slowly, slowly. There you go. See the difference between my videos and everybody else's videos? They're going to show you a whole bunch of pretty colors on the screen. I'm going to show you a few lights in the, very little light in the environment. They're going to zoom up on the screen, like, look how pretty the colors look. Explain to you the science behind it all. And how it reacts, how it works, the whole 9 yards. So that's a $5,000 projection screen that you can't even view from an angle. This is red technology. This is black technology right here. Oh, and keep in mind, we're doing this on a motorized screen, which I've been rolling up and down all pretty much through the video, which hasn't showed any cracking or peeling, as you can see. I got it all the way down. Look how deep that red is. So that's what your projector really sees when it sees red. This is what it's supposed to be seeing. All right. That's, my phone's gonna die anyway. Your projector now is seeing blue. So how, if your projector is producing blue, what is your screen seeing from the projector? That's the question you got to ask yourself. You know your projector has the ability to shoot blue because it's shooting blue right now. But what is your screen seeing? Is your screen seeing actual blue, or is it seeing a faded blue, a washed out blue? Blue may be too dark, you can't see the screen at all. What are you really seeing? What's your screen really seeing? So they call it the narrow viewing cone. So now you know why when you see me walk around the house, you can see that screen pick up anywhere in the environment that I move. That's the reason why. So when I show you a demonstration like this, let's go take a trot downstairs, people. There's my screen sitting, make sure I don't trip on any cables, right next to an open window. I should be able to see that screen anywhere I move at in this environment. I should be able to see it. The screen in the kitchen. Yeah, something wrong with that projector. I gotta fix that. If I stand here, like so, I should be able to see my screen here and here. This is why you see me doing the demonstrations on an angle. You see how much sunlight is pouring through my window right now? It's making contact with the screen. Ultra short throw, it should pick up perfectly with no problem. And you got screens that'll turn black on ultra short throws. Now the projector I have upstairs is long throw. I'm gonna close my curtains here because my neighbor's like, why is this curtains open? Why? What's he doing? What's he up to? What are you doing today? What are you up to? That's not really going to change anything. The veneer curtains light is designed to pass right through them. All right. Go back up my below stairs. I got to turn these lights off too. I mean, I don't need a lot of power and all, but still, what's the point of having lights going on your staircase if it's basically in the morning time? That's the whole purpose of it. It's supposed to have a great picture. You're going to be swapping your TV for a projection screen. When you want the projection screen to work as well as the TV? See that right there? Now, only way I can see that this screen actually is going to perform well, unless it's in a dedicated theater room. Because a dedicated theater room, you're not going to be sitting on the side. Screen's just going to be straight forward. That's what it's going to be. But if this is going to be in your home, and say you're watching the game, you're watching a football game, and usually when people watch a football game, people sit all around the screen. They stand on the side and watch the game, you know. You're not going to be able to see that screen, period. I don't know about that yet. Probably soon, but not right now. Let me see. Let me do something real quick. Can't do 6 weeks. Can't do less than that. All right, this will work right here. All right, let me do this real quick because my phone's on its last. We're showing you exactly what you're getting from an angle. See the difference? $68 screen versus a $5,000 screen. Now with our technology added onto it, that's what you can do with a $68 screen. And like I said, when you watch sports, you're at home. You're not in a dedicated theater. This could be in your living room. This could be your fixed frame screen. You got your friends, you got your family all around you. You're watching the game, right? You're looking at the screen. You got this in your sports bar. You got this in your man cave, wherever you may have, and you're watching the game. You got people sitting all around. People are sitting here, they're sitting on the side, they're watching the game. This is what you're getting from our technology, and this is what you're getting from a $5,000 screen. Somebody were to basically to sit here, or sit here, or sit here on the side. See how dark that screen starts to get? You should be to sit right on an angle, and you should be able to see that screen crystal clear all the way through. Mind you, my projector sitting here is a 4,000 lumen projector, so there's no excuses here. It's a 4,000 lumen projector. That's pretty much, people say, well, you know, the distance though, it's not that far. This room is probably about a good 13 feet from here to there. All right? So at 13 feet back, you got your projector set up, and at 4,000 lumens, you can't see that screen on an angle. I wind it back and forth to show you. Look at this. And then people also got to take into consideration there is no cracking or peeling to the screen. No matter how much I roll it back up and down, look at that. No cracking, no peeling, nothing to the screen. Nothing. You're just missing out on the possibilities of what you could do with this technology. So spending all this money for all these expensive projectors. People buy more expensive projectors to make up for what the screen is lacking. That's what they pay for. So I'm going to turn my baby off here. Doesn't crack or peel over time. This technology is designed to bleed into the surface. That's why all those tests were done. All these projectors that you see here have me, all these sample sheets that I have, I've done all those tests. I know my product doesn't crack or peel because I've done the demonstrations, I've done the tests. How do I know? Because when we basically see if a screen will crack or peel, see that washer and dryer I have downstairs and in my basement? Well, basically I'll coat that on a piece of fabric and I'll take that and I'll wash it and dry it over and over again and again. I got sample sheets that sit outside in my backyard from sun up to sundown, all the seasons, through the snow, the rain, the sleet, the whole 9 yards to see if they crack or peel. The screen I have sitting in my living room right now, the one I'm actually watching my demonstrations off, was my outdoor projection screen that sat outside for 1 year through the rain, the snow, the sleet. And I'm sitting there watching. That screen has not cracked or peeled not one time. You have to be able to test. That's how I know. How I know how many quarts of paint does it take to paint a projection screen? I have to paint it quart by quart. I have to add it up. That's how I know. I do my research. Done all those demonstrations. If you go to my YouTube channel and you look at some of my old demonstrations, we have demonstrations where we took screens and we duct taped them, folded them up, duct taped them, submerged them in water, and stuck them in a freezer. Then pulled it apart on camera to show that the screen does not crack or peel. We've done all those demonstrations already. You just haven't seen them, but they're on the website. Not on the website, but they're on the YouTube channel. All right, people. That being said, it's time for me to get some breakfast in me right now. Just want to show you basically what I see when I get up in the morning. Like I said, I usually don't activate my screens, the motorized projection screen or the gaming screen, but just to give you an idea of exactly, if I wanted to activate all my screens in my home, I could do it in a fully lit environment. I don't have to worry about my screen washing out or fading. Doesn't make a difference if the sun is coming up or a window's pushing through the light. You don't have to worry about blacking out my curtains or any of that nonsense. And then I can just live within my environment, enjoy my technology, which can do and do what it's supposed to do. Oh, Jason, by the way, yeah, I'll be shipping you out this week. So I got your information about you want to put it in a more of a secure box. I got you on that, so you're taken care of on that one. Don't worry, I got you. With that being said, people. Hope you enjoyed the demonstration. Thank you all for your time. I got to go. The black and silver has been reloaded onto the website. It is now available. Thank you all, and God bless.